Most Americans are exactly one paycheck away from a total financial collapse, and the banks, they're counting on it. Right now, credit card interest rates are at a 40-year high, effectively trapping you in a cycle of modern-day indentured servitude. If you're only making the minimum payments, you aren't paying off a loan. You're paying a subscription fee to stay poor. But today, the cycle stops. I'm giving you the 10-step blueprint to crush your debt, skyrocket your credit score, and take back your life. Step 6 alone can save you thousands in interest, so don't miss it. Let's break the chains.
Step 1. Stop hiding. Most people avoid their banking apps because of financial anxiety. You need to do a total audit. List every single card, their total balance, and most importantly, their annual percentage rate. In the US, many rates have jumped over 20% recently. Knowing these numbers is like checking the map before a long trip. You can't reach your destination if you don't know where you're starting.
In America, one flat tire or unexpected medical bill can ruin a year of progress. That is why before you pay an extra penny toward debt, you need a $1,000 starter emergency fund. Now, I know $1,000 feels impossible when you're broke. I've linked my guide on how to save $1,000 fast in the cards above. Check that out and hit subscribe so you don't miss next week's video. Once you have that $1,000, put it in a high-yield savings account. This money isn't for a vacation. It is your shield. It prevents you from reaching for the credit card when life punches you in the face.
There are two ways to fight. The debt snowball says pay the smallest balance first. It's about psychology. You see a quick win, get a dopamine hit, and keep going. The avalanche is for the strategists. You ignore the balance and attack the debt with the highest interest rate first. Why? Because high interest is like a bleeding wound. The avalanche stops the bleeding where it hurts the most. It takes more discipline because you might not see a debt reach $0 for a while, but it is mathematically superior and will save you the most money in the long run. Choose one. The only wrong choice is doing nothing.
What if you could legally pause time? If your score is above 670, you can use a 0% balance transfer card. Basically, you move your debt to a new card that charges 0 interest for up to 21 months. Now, people get scared because there is usually a 3% transfer fee. Let's do the math on $5,000 of debt. If you stay where you are, 24% APR costs you $1,200 a year in interest. If you switch, the 3% fee costs you just $150 once. Would you rather pay $150 or $1,200? Exactly, it's a no-brainer. Warning, treat this like a ticking time bomb. If you haven't paid it off when the 0% period ends, the interest explodes. Use this to attack while the enemy is frozen.
Most people think interest rates are set in stone. They aren't. Banks have a secret menu called the hardship program. They don't advertise it, but if you use the right words, you can unlock it. Here is the exact script. Call them and say, I want to pay you, but I am drowning at this interest rate. I want to avoid default, but I need your help. Why does this work? Because the bank would rather earn 10% from you than 0% if you go bankrupt. The catch? They will likely close your card. Do it. Trading a piece of plastic to save $5,000 in interest is the best deal you will ever make.
Listen to me. Budgeting is great, but it has a limit. You can't budget your way to 0 if your shovel is too small. You need to stop playing defense and start playing offense. Think about the math. When you pay your regular bill, half the money is eaten by interest, but side hustle money, that is 100% pure ammunition. Every extra $100 you make delivering DoorDash or flipping items on eBay goes straight to the principal balance. It doesn't just pay debt, it deletes future interest. Treat this like a 6-month military sprint. You are going to be tired, you are going to work weekends, but this nuclear option is the only way to turn a 3-year prison sentence into a 6-month bad memory.
You fought hard to pay off the debt. Now do not commit financial suicide by closing the account. Most people think closing a card is responsible. Wrong! It triggers the utilization trap.
Think of your FICO score like a video game. The algorithm loves players who have access to lots of credit but don't use it. If you close that empty card, your total credit limit drops, your utilization spikes, and your score crashes. Here is the cheat code. Use the sock drawer method. Keep the account open, but throw the physical card in your sock drawer. Put one small subscription on it, like Spotify, and set it to auto-pay. You are now hacking the algorithm to build an 800 credit score on autopilot. Stop trusting your willpower. It failed you before. You need to rely on biology. There is a concept called the pain of paying. When you hand over physical cash, your brain registers it as loss. It literally feels a tiny microdose of pain. That pain stops you from buying junk. But when you swipe a card, nothing. Plastic is financial anesthesia. Studies show we spend 20% more when using cards because it doesn't feel real. The protocol: for the next 30 days, go cash only for groceries and gas. And for the credit card, freeze it, literally. Put it in a container of water and shove it in the freezer. If you have to wait 4 hours for the ice to melt to buy something, you'll realize you didn't need it anyway. Most people get out of debt and celebrate. Don't. This is the most dangerous moment. If you stop now, you are just one accident away from sliding back to zero. You need to build the fortress of freedom. Take that same $500 payment you are sending to the bank every month and start paying yourself. Build a fund of 3 to 6 months of living expenses. This isn't just money, it is options. When you have 6 months of cash in the bank, you don't have to stay at a toxic job. You don't have to panic if the economy crashes. You aren't just debt-free anymore. You are bulletproof. You have officially fired the bank and hired yourself.
The fact that you are still watching proves you are serious about this. I have 0 courses to sell you. I just want to see you win. If this video helped, please hit like. It tells YouTube to save someone else from debt. Comment "I am starting" below so I can cheer you on. Let's get wealthy. See you in the next one.